Capricorn Royales, look, I'm just calling to let you know that your ancestors got a message for you, but we're not about to hold up the line all day, okay? So if you are on this group called Hey Baby, welcome to Her Thoughts Ethereal. For those of you guys that are returning, I appreciate you. Let's make this quick, y'all. So I'm going to give you these downloads and confirmations straight as I get them. Capricorn, the message that I got for you right away is you need to stop acting as if your old belief system still has you chained. So that lets me know that you guys are definitely stepping into a new season, especially when it comes to your stability and your love life. Now, I'm going to keep it 100. I feel like they go hand in hand. So at one point in time, hold on. You know, we gotta pause for the intro. Hold on. At one point in time, Cappy, is like maybe you would find yourself focusing on your stability, your projects, or what it is that makes you feel secure in your life. You know, and not to say that when you're focused on love that you completely neglect those aspects of yourself, but I feel like those times where you have found yourself connecting with the wrong type of love, and honestly, the idea of love or the potential that you see in some of these perceived love connections, especially if you have fire placements or you've been dealing with a fire sign, honey. And if you've been dealing with a fire sign, they are definitely in your energy. You keep thinking about them, but you keep turning your nose up when you're thinking about them, and you know why. Let's keep it moving. Somebody is a January Capricorn. The month of January, period, could have been significant. I'm also picking up Alabama, Tennessee, Texas, and New York. Someone's name is also John, and I'm picking up the month of March. So, as I was saying, girl, listen. When you find yourself connecting with certain individuals, you do have a tendency to start to be distracted or start lacking. I feel like a cycle that you have literally climbed out of, like that was the end of that, especially if you've been seeing 10s or 8s. That was the end of that, baby. That's said and done. Don't start to be anxious when you find yourself having these I just heard flashbacks, but somebody's been dealing with an Aquarius, and also another earth sign, but these flashbacks where it's like, okay, the last time I thought this X, Y, and Z, and then this happened. What makes this time different? Am I for sure this time? Baby, that cycle is done. And if you decide that you're not sure that that cycle is done, you're gonna hate it. You're going to hate it, because I feel like you absolutely know better than to go backwards. You know better. But I say that to say that this does not mean that you will not, certain things won't trigger certain emotions, memories, or I'm hearing broken promises, but you're past that. You've won that, okay? But I do feel like someone's in your energy and they could be heavily pulling on you, but you have so much new things to look forward to, which is why your ancestors and your spirit guides are wanting you to know that you have to not just say, not just feel it and believe it when you're confident that day or in that moment. Like when you get anxiety or you start to think about the past, you are having to do, you gotta do more than just say it. You gotta do, who's that, Tory Lane? Somebody could be Tory, but definitely stay in your lane, okay? There's no, the month of April, someone can be born in April, but stay in your lane for sure, because you swerve and get into the wrong line of traffic, baby. Like I said, you're going to hate it, because it'll be then that you come to consciously recognize the work that you've put in, and you find yourself, or you will find yourself in regret once you start to feel like all that you have overcome has been undone. So again, the initial message that they were saying was you have to release these, as crazy as it sounds, these non-existent shackles that you have on you. I feel like it's just in moments of vulnerability or weaknesses that you feel like you're still kind of chained to an old way of thinking. Someone was a cheerleader, or your child could be a cheerleader. Confirmation for you. Somebody also had like a Coke or a Pepsi today, and someone is like, you are making not just lifestyle adjustments, but I feel like diet, like what you're consuming is significant. This is definitely a confirmation that this is your message. Now, and somebody has like a piggy bank or a jar of change or something, this is your message. Somebody also has wooden furniture in their home. Somebody desperately wants yours. Ooh, I didn't mean to say desperately. You could be dealing with a Cancer also. Somebody wants your attention real bad, baby, real bad. Somebody's been using lavender. I feel like somebody's going to try to take a different approach because they have come to the realization that an old tactic, or like what they would typically do to kind of reel you back in, or it's like you're not as predictable as you once were. Somebody could even just be having a hard time accepting that, baby, it no longer is what it was. And so they may feel like they have to up the ante, is what I'm hearing. So it still circles back to your ancestors saying you have to completely move away from that old mentality, or feeling like there's this tiny ounce of yarn or string left. You could have been dealing with a soul tie, mistaking it for a genuine soulmate. Somebody's name is Pam, and I'm also hearing Chelsea. Hold up. I don't know if I'm hearing Chelsea or Kelsey, but also Matthew. And I don't know if I said it earlier, but Tennessee is significant. Someone can also live like in the mountains or like a wooded area. Okay, if that's you, you need to keep it pushing. Okay, so with them saying that release that old or these imaginary shackles, it's like, don't allow, you're so past that allowing like a grain of potential, or I can't even call it bare minimum, honestly, because for some of y'all, it's like what you were maybe even manifesting, but truly hoping for from an individual, they were willing to give that to someone else because they mistook your empathy and leniency, your patience for them to develop. They took that as, it's like taking your kindness for weakness. Like, yeah, I don't have to because you're settling for this. And so different perspectives. You and this person could have had different points of view, different, just different ideas, even when it comes to commitment, expectations. Somebody is a fire sign. And picking up on the Taurus. But yes, so by you, even if this is doing that mental or emotional sweep, and really just making sure that you have closed all the windows, baby, and got the bullshit completely out of your house, spiritually speaking, metaphorically speaking, so that you do not hinder the blessings that are not on their way to you, but that are truly trying to land and root into your life. You have to be able to turn around. You got to turn around to see them. Because the past may try to stand in your way, and that is because the past already knew what was coming for you. You gotta not just say not just on some days. You have to wholeheartedly release yourself. Even again, if this is you being attached to certain memories or just, constantly replaying certain things. Not only are you going to look forward, you're going to look forward to this new love that you're being blessed with, and you're going to see how your finances improve with this new season, this new cycle that you're in. 10-10 confirmation. Okay, I also feel like Friday will be significant, Cappy, but within the next 48 hours. Also, I just heard Sunset Drive. That's significant for someone. Pecan pie. Somebody like skins. And somebody like moisturizes with some type of oil specifically, but I don't feel like it's baby oil. And somebody could have recently eaten something fried, but focus. You have to turn around and look forward, because you are, if you don't, you're going to miss out on it's like you're looking behind you, manifesting a future. No, what are we doing? What are we discussing right now? What is that? If any of this resonated with you, baby, somebody's a Scorpio, Libra, Scorpio, let your girl drop a crown down in the comment section. Like I said, if you are new here, welcome to Her Thoughts Ethereal. I am Ray Rains. If you are returning Crown Fam, I appreciate you. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if this is your vibe, and you can find me on any other platform by checking the description. I no longer offer personals right now, but like I said, you can find me on any platform. Cappy, I love you. I'm out. Bye.
Been here before.